everybody, this is your host Sandhya and I welcome you all to a Traveler's Touch. I have with me Mrs. Jayashree Ravi, who is an interpersonal life skills trainer and she has mastered the art of meditation. Well, ladies and gentlemen, not just that, she has also cracked the formula of living the life successfully by being just happy. Hi ma'am. Ma'am, what do you think of, productive thoughts?
Okay, productive thoughts is, it's indicative of the results, of the fruits of what you sown. It could be a thought, word and deed. So what you get out of it. So for this, what you need to do is, you need to focus on the productivity. In the sense, for example, you're assigned a project and you're required to finish it in 10 days. So your focus should be on how to get this completed within that stipulated period. So your focus should not be on what if I'm not able to complete this. So your focus would then be on how to avoid failing to complete it within the 10 days, right? So then what happens, your entire thinking takes a different route. So what you need to focus on is initially, first, generally companies nowadays have they thrust a lot of pressure and give some unreasonable deadlines. Right. So first you need to understand whether the deadline that is given is something feasible for you to do. You need to gauge the resources that's available, and if there's a shortfall of resources, how you're going to cater with it. Right. And you need to analyze, okay, what are the steps that I need to take or what has to be done to have this project completed within the stipulated period. Okay. So this is productive thoughts, which will definitely give you the results that you're looking for.
Okay, and so if for example I have a productive thought, how will my life be?
Alright, see, people who are trained and who are practicing this, they would be making, we always say, what is progress? Progress is towards your goal is visualize it as climbing the stairs. So, and we say always it has to be done step by step, one step after another. But you will find that these people generally have a very smooth climb and generally at a faster pace than the others. So what happens is, initially this is not noticed because it's just happening and they sometimes think of it as a random occurrence. But when this is continuously happening in a person's life, then that is when people turn and they begin to notice after some time that, look here, this person is having such a rapid progress up the ladder and it seems to be quite without stress. He seems to be enjoying it as well. So that is when slowly, gradually, people will start looking up to him as a role model.
So are productive thoughts, actually results of daydreaming, or what are they?
See, when I say productive thoughts, what did I say? You need to focus on what you actually want. So focusing on what you actually want is what will give you the productivity. Okay. So here it is like, there is nothing called daydreaming as such. It is like you're dreaming with your eyes open, which is like setting yourself goals which seems unreal to others. Mm-hmm. And it is a dream for you because it is your passion and someday you want to reach it. And why they tag it as daydreaming is, it is like people set goals, chuma, it's like a time pass. Today it will be like I want to become this and they'll be dreaming of something. And it's called daydreaming because as in your sleep, as you're doing nothing, even while they are awake, they'll have this dream and do nothing towards it.
Okay.
That is the difference between productive thoughts and this.
So in that case, what is the first step to take towards thinking productive?
Thinking productive is basically you need to be clear cut as to what you actually want. And just as I always say, visualize yourself as you've already got that result. It's something you've got it, or something has really happened, and just visualize and feel how you feel about it. So if you feel good, then begin your first step. So whatever it is, it could be planning, it could be analyzing, it could be getting the resources that's required. pulling in together everything that is required, and you take a cautious step in the sense you just gauge the risks involved and what is the worst case scenario.
Okay.
If you're sure that you would be able to face even the worst case scenario, then you just proceed without doubts.
Okay. So, do you think, what do you think, positive thinking and productive thinking? Is there any
Right.
difference?
There is a difference even in positive thinking, because people have, I think we've even discussed this a little earlier, like people are not very clear as to what positive thinking is. Say it's to do with something like, I don't want something to happen.
Okay.
So even when you don't want something to happen, they feel that's positive thinking.
Alright.
See, I don't want to fall ill. I always want to feel healthy. There is a difference. So when you say, I don't want to fall ill, that is my goal and that is why I'm following all this and doing all these things, what happens? I don't want to be a failure. So I don't want to fail in my attempt, and these are the things I'm doing towards it.
Right.
So they think this is positive thinking, but their focus is on the failure.
Negative. Right. So, do you believe that the productive thoughts actually depend on your childhood as well?
It definitely does, because initially how the child is molded to think depends upon the people all around them. At home, at school, you need not be even talking to the child directly. The child is observing and listening even while he is playing and doing something else. So that is where, even when just over 4 years old also, they get influenced by whatever they see, whatever they listen to and hear, the conversations. So that is how they are influenced. But nowadays the exposure is so much. Like there is the media influence, there is the internet, and they have once because of all this exposure, what happens is the child is able to think for himself. Say what it used to be like 10-15 years ago is different from the scenario that we have today. So today I think even a 10-year-old kid will have his or her own views and opinions, and he understands that he is required to think on his own, and he understands, you just try now a parent or anybody telling him something, he's not going to just take it 100% as whatever they say. Definitely he's going to go back and think about it, and because of the exposure and the information that is available over the net, over the media, etc., he is able to form his own views and opinions, which means the influence now from what we happen to us in childhood or others' influence on us as a child is much less, because we quickly grow out of it.
Okay, so is it good or is it bad for children to have so much of exposure?
In a way, it is good, because they are learning to think for themselves, and we just need to monitor the source of information that is available to them. Only that we need to monitor.
Okay, so the productive thinking, does it help others as well? I think it more or less answered this question.
I said when you're engaged in productive thinking, definitely there is that much of productivity in everything that you do, the outcome is favorable to you. So what happens is, as I said, you rise quickly in your progress quickly. So what happens is that helps you as well as you're able to help others, and you're an inspiration to others, and of course you people will start emulating such people, and this is the indirect help or indirect way in which you help others, as serving as an inspiration and as a role model.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for answering all my questions so patiently. So friends, whatever questions you have, you can also post it as comments right below this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay connected to some interesting tips from Mrs. Jayashree Ravi.